Davi-tech-media. Subscribe to Davi-tech-media.
Andrew coming here is separate from Andrew holding a miracle crusade. Let me explain why he wants to come here. And I want you to listen to me very, very carefully. And before I say it, I want you to tag maybe one or two people and just tell your friends that, oh, Mwewa is about to tell us why Andrew wants to come to Zambia. And this is the reason. And I want you to hear me. Hear this. I want you to get this in your heart. I want you to hold this in the vestige of your spirit. I want you to allow this to sink into your cerebellum. Tag a couple of people right now. I'm telling you right now. This is the reason Andrew wants to come to Zambia. This is the reason Andrew desires to come back to Zambia, even though he was telling us, I have no reason to come there. What do I come there for? Forgive my Nigerian accent. I don't have a very good Nigerian accent. I don't want to come there. Well, for what? To come to Zambia. He told us, well, he told his audience that many, many times. But here's the reason Andrew wants to come to Zambia. Hear me. It's because he wants to penetrate the power structure of the UPND. The same thing he did with the NPF. You see, these guys are very dangerous. You guys think that this is patty cake, baker man. You think this is tiptoeing through the tulips. You think this is holding hands and singing kumbaya and oh, we love one another and oh, we're all going to go to heaven. No, man. This is a deliberate effort by the powers and the darkness of hell to enslave a nation mentally. The reason Andrew wants to come here is that he wants to infiltrate the power structure of the UPND. Because that's the same thing he did with the NPF. When Andrew was here, everybody, most people in the NPF, most, they were all in Andrew's palms. The police, the higher ranking police officers, Andrew had penetrated them, he had hoodwinked them, he had deceivingly convinced them that he had this jagabon power, that he was larger than life and he speaks for God. He stands in the solitude of himself. God speaks to him and therefore he must be a man of great power. Nonsense, hogwash, bull roar. But you see, when you're dealing with the simple mind, because the word of God says even the very elect will be deceived. Are you hearing that? Because I know there's some of you, you sit there, but Mwewa, who are you? Andrew has got, when Andrew is live, he has 45,000 people watching him. But you, Mwewa, when you are alive, you only have 1,000 people. So how can all those people be deceived, Bwana? Well, the word of God says, broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be that go in thereby. Narrow is the way that leadeth to life, and few there be that find it. That's Bible. Woo! But listen, don't mess with me, man. I know this stuff. For those of you that sit there, you're so dwanzy, no, Mwewa, there are so many people. Are you telling, honey, let me quote it again. Broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be that go in thereby. But narrow is the way that leadeth to life, and few there be that find it. Don't be deceived. I admonish the immigration. Imwe ba immigration imwe lekeni miebe. Bwana ngana umfuafiati. What is this bleating of the sheep that I hear? What is that bleating of sheep that I hear? Ngana umfuafiati imwe ba immigration. Mwapela Andrew ejimatu visa ya kuisa kuno ku Zambia. Bwana, the wheels are going to fall off the wagon. Let's put it that way. We're not going to let that charlatan, that con man, that bottom feeder, that vagabond, that despot to darken the doorstep of this nation. For what? To penetrate the power structure? No, sir. We're better than that. Andrew, I know you're watching this, Andrew. We're not going to let you come here. Bottom line, you are not coming here, Andrew. If it's the last thing we do, you're not coming here. You're not welcome here. Now, lastly, let me just say, let me make, this is very, very important that I say this. Because I know there's some of you in the comments, but Mwewa, don't you remember, Mwewa, that it was Andrew who changed the governments? It was Andrew's voice who convinced the Zambian people to remove NPF and bring in UPND. Let me tell you what is accurate. Andrew simply lent his voice to the struggle. South Africa. Andrew was but a voice. He lent his voice to the struggle. Zambians that have their finger on the pulse, that have a heart for this nation, that bleed over this nation. Zambians like Linda Kasonde, Pilato, Alice Rowland, Tamara Ngozi. So many Zambians that stood in the gap and said, we are going to remove this regime. How dare you suggest that Andrew ewa chinje chalo? Imwe kulanda that Andrew lent his voice. It's like a choir. Ushe choir muntumo. Is it one person? Choir. We mean choir. Nonsense. Choir is made up of different voices. Alto, soprano, what's the other word? The other tone. Falsetto. Bass, not buzz. Not buzz. Buzz. Buzz it's bass. Some people sing bass, others sing soprano, others falsetto, but they all come together and they create beautiful singing. That's what happened to this nation. So far be it from Andrew, and I know Andrew would love to take the credit, and many of you give him the credit. Oh, Andrew would love to stand on the mountaintop and say, it's because of Jagaban. It's because of the power that has been vested in me, given to me by Jagaban, that I have spoken change in the country of Zambia. I willed it, and it came to pass. Nonsense, hogwash, bull roar. He simply lent his voice. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you understand that, the better off you'll be. The more you'll understand that Andrew is just, he's an apparition. He's just a smokescreen. He's a phantom. That's what he is. So, I've said my piece. Immigration, don't mess this up.
Davi-tech-media. Subscribe to Davi-tech-media. Davi-tech-media. Subscribe to Davi-tech-media.